Hi everyone, this is...
I'm Vengeance.
Okay, I'm Ram. Welcome to my channel. Guys, I know MCU makes good movies, probably a much larger fan base and better revenues at the box office. But I love the dark themes and ambiguous characters in DC.
You're so dark! Do you sure you're not from the DC universe?
So if it is the DC I love, Batman is my jam. Today, we're going to look at the Batman and how I think Matt Reeves brilliantly bends our expectations of a superhero movie to something which is close to a classic neo-noir. In this era of superhero fatigue, creators are forced to come up with thrilling ideas and larger-than-life characters to meet the genre expectations. Since the first screen appearance in 1943, Batman has undergone several transitions under several creators and studios. We have seen Schumacher's and Snyder's version of Batman, but nothing has thrilled me as much as Matt Reeves' take on the Cape Crusader, and of course Nolan's Dark Knight. But Reeves' version stand out in defying the genre tropes as much as relying on its strengths. The Batman is more of a neo-noir as much as Logan is a western. Let's see how Batman fits and breaks the subgenre elements. Typical of a noir hero, the protagonist in this movie is alienated from the society, has moral ambiguities, and walks around on a sardonic outlook. Batman's rugged suit and the menacing sound of his boots create an eerie atmosphere and fear in everyone's heart. Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, here is scarred both internally and externally, a masked vigilante who lives in the shadows fighting Gotham's crime. This fact is further established with him remarking that he is actually the Shadow. We see a Bruce Wayne who is confused on whether he is making any good contribution to the city which had prospered in the legacy of Wayne's family. This confusion, coupled with the trauma of a lost childhood, makes Wayne a displaced soul who embraces vigilantism probably as a way to escape from his thoughts eating himself, like the city eating itself in crime. Though he sticks to his golden rule of no killing, Batman has his way with criminals, which is brute, unforgiving, and self-motivated. Well, he is the Vengeance. These qualities qualify Reeves' Batman into an anti-hero who is detached and fighting an existential crisis. The big question for our protagonist is, to be or not to be. The story is set in Gotham City, which is shown as corrupt and slowly burning from inside and slipping into its own madness. This is further established by a series of grisly, brutal murders of high-profile individuals, sending shockwaves to all corners. The lawlessness and vandalism are felt in every corner of the city. We see crime boss Carmine Falcon, along with his ally Oswald Cobblepot, better known as the Penguin, operating the crime syndicate from the shadows, but their links going deep into the city council and police department. Then we have the terrifying presence of the Riddler, who wreaks havoc with high-profile murders, each time leaving trails of clues that links the murders with Gotham's past and the present. Treading these treacherous circumstances is our troubled protagonist, who embodies a hard-boiled detective cracking the Zodiac puzzle. However, the ultimate truth unveils a Gotham-scale conspiracy which is deeply unsettling, unfolding a myriad of chaotic events to follow, all set for a noiresque finale. Neo-noir filmmakers uses distinct contrast between light and shadow to increase suspense and conflict. It is very interesting to see how Matt Reeves, along with cinematographer Greg Fraser, creates this menacing picture of Gotham City. The makers have deliberately cut short scenes with ambient sunlight, which help create an eerie atmosphere in which we are forced to believe something ominous is always hanging around in the corners. And in broad daylight, Gotham's people and buildings are shown in silhouettes so as to look intimidating and holding secrets. Fraser's masterful use of shadows and silhouettes intensify the horror and tension. The use of red light to evoke danger and hope is a heightened sense of visual poetry. The sight of Batman holding the red light in dark, helping people cross the red-lit water, is such a striking visual, a modern-day Moses. Also, the elaborate car chase at the night and gunfires lighting the fight scene are pure lit. I can't remember such an iconic and captivating fiery slow-mo ever in a superhero movie than this one. Zoë Kravitz as Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, is not the typical femme fatale. She is strong, independent, and sexy with killer instincts. She is mysterious but never manipulative. She is as troubled as the protagonist, living on the edge. She goes into her alter ego, Catwoman, at night and operates in the shadows. Or as a Batman would say, oh, she's a freak like me. However, she is much more humane with feelings for people than purpose, capable of expressing emotions without shame. Bruce's contrasting yet similar disposition with Selina provides him with a chance to look onto himself and understand his purpose. Thus, Selina serves as a positive note in Bruce's character arc, just like Inspector Gordon and Alfred, the only other two sane persons you meet. So here, Reeves breaks an important trope of the genre, yet existing in its own sense. So by defying the pitfalls of a superhero genre, Matt Reeves converts its positive into strengths, focusing more into the narrative style, thereby making the Batman a neo-noir, who-dunnit crime thriller. That's probably the best Batman movie ever made. Robert Pattison, with his defined broadened cheekbones, looked ravishing in Batsuit as he explores the dark instincts of the classic anti-hero with great conviction. The 3-hour-long movie is a complete cinematic bliss. Do enjoy it in theaters if you can. That's a video, guys. Like, subscribe, and share your comments. Connect with me on Instagram. See you on the next video.